The NFL regular season is officially over, and the Detroit Lions finished tied for the best record in the league at 15-2. Even with all their injuries, as of today, the Lions' odds to win the Super Bowl sit at plus 425. But what if you had been betting on the Lions all season? Like, what if every single Sunday before church you put the exact same bet in? Lions spread or Lions money line, consistent unit size, would it be profitable? Today we're going to find out. I've got the odds for every single game of the season, as well as a betting calculator, and using some math, we're going to test 3 different betting strategies, all putting consistent money on the Lions. Over the course of the regular season's 18-week period, how long would each bankroll last? How big would each bag grow? But like I said before, we're going to run 3 different sims with 3 different bettors, each a little unique, but all starting with $100. Our first gambler, Harry Hazes, has a moderately risky strategy. Every week he bets exactly half his bankroll on the Lions spread. That means week 1 he's putting up $50 as his total bankroll is $100. All our spreads are going to be at negative 110 odds, so a $50 wager will pay $45.45. Say Harry wins. His bankroll next week would be $145.45. He'd again bet half of that the next week, for $72.73, and so on and so forth. Next, we got Mr. Q. He is a bit simpler. Every week he bets exactly $25 on the spread. No ifs, ands, or buts. And lastly, we have Marvin Moneyline, our Lions diehard. And because of that, he bets the moneyline every week. He's got no time to sweat spreads. He just needs Lions W's. He's confident in his Lions, and because of that, he's expending the largest portion of his bankroll consistently, betting 75% of his total cash every week on the Lions money line. Before we hop into the season and see how everybody fares, drop your prediction below for which strategy you think will finish with the largest bankroll. Week 1, we see the Lions up against the classic foe in Matt Stafford and the Rams. The spread is minus 5.5, and the Lions moneyline sits at negative 243. This means Harry is betting $50, half his bankroll, on the Lions to win by at least 6 points, to win $45.45. Mr. Q has the same line with a bet of $25 to win $22.73. And lastly, Marvin Moneyline has a $75 bet on the Lions to win at negative 243 odds. As long as the Lions win, he takes home $30.86. Otherwise, his bankroll is down to $25 to start off the season. Fast forward 4 quarters and we find all 3 bets in a sweat. It's tied 20-20 and the game is going into overtime. Marvin's obviously on the edge of his seat, just hoping the Lions can find a way to win. But Harry and Mr. Q need the Lions to not just win, but score a touchdown, as a field goal won't cover the 5.5 point line. And lucky for everybody, the Lions do just that. Gibbs punches it in for 6 and all 3 of our bettors are up on the money. But week 2 isn't so generous. Harry's bankroll sits at $145.45, so his bet is for $72.73. Both him and Mr. Q have the Lions minus 7.5, a heavy spread. The Lions are heavily favored, and the money line sits at minus 377, which makes Marvin's bet for $98.15, one that will only win around $30. The Lions take an L to Tampa Bay, and all 3 of our sims are now negative. But that's okay, because the Lions cover the spread the next 2 weeks, and heading into the bye in week 5, both our spread bettors are re-profitable, and Marvin's up to $65. The Lions come out of the bye as hot as they were going into it, and cover the spread against the Cowboys easily. Going into week 7 against the Vikings, on the road, the Lions find themselves getting the points for the first time all season, which means Marvin should have his first chance to win some real money. Harry's wagered $111.89 to win $101.72, while Marvin has $67.64 at stake for $69.57. The Lions squeeze it out and all 3 bets hit. Marvin's officially profitable again, Mr. Q has almost doubled his money, and Harry has tripled his. The Lions cover again in weeks 8 and 9, and it's starting to look like things could really get crazy for Harry. He's got $344.32 on the spread in week 10. But while the Lions do squeeze out a win, they don't cover their line of 4.5 points. Tough loss for Harry, but the Lions are still hot. They cover their next 2 weeks, and just like that, all 3 gambles are again at their largest bankrolls of the season. The Lions are on a 9-game winning streak, and things are going smoothly, but that is all about to end. The Lions fail to cover the spread against Chicago, fail to cover the spread against the Packers, and take their second loss of the season in Week 15 against the Bills. Harry's bankroll has dwindled to $91, less than what he started with. Mr. Q, on the other hand, has pretty evenly fluctuated. Marvin's down to just double his initial bankroll. But it's not over. The Lions closed the season out against the Bears, 49ers, and Vikings. And they managed to cover all 3 of these spreads, making the final bankrolls a bit closer than you might have expected. Let's look at them. Harry Havesies finishes the season with $280.23. Mr. Q finishes with $247.76. And our winner, Marvin Moneyline, the Lions diehard, finishes with $459.02. The Lions finished the season with a 15-2 record and went 12-5 against the spread. All 3 of our bettors were profitable. Mr. Q and Harry both more than doubled their initial bankroll, and Marvin Moneyline is up over $300. Damn, Campbell!